Welcome back, Keto Cooking for Diabetes. Today, we're going to be making some beef tri-tip in the old Dutch oven. This joker is absolutely beautiful. I'll put the cover on here. Now, today, I'll be doing, like I said, beef tri-tip. We're also going to be roasting some mushrooms, portobello mushrooms. Not a lot of them, but a few of them. A side dish of asparagus. I love asparagus, very good for you. Onion, garlic, and I'm also going to be making today some roasted red pepper. And also I'm going to be making my icebox pickles. I have ginger here. I'm going to be making my homemade ginger ale. This is so refreshing and it just tastes so good. I take this, I cut them up, I boil it, simmer it, shut it off, let it cool, and then we add it to club soda when we want it. We just add a little bit to it and fill the rest of the glass up with club soda and lemon. I tell you what, very refreshing and very good for you. Good way to get the ginger into your system. And also my my parsley. Now, I cut this parsley up over the weekend, and that's dried, and I will be putting that into my little shaker. Okay, on the back burner, I have my ginger root, and it's boiling away. That's to make my ginger ale. Now in this other pot here, I have the solution to make my icebox pickles. Now that is 5 cups of water, 1 cup of white vinegar. There's about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, tablespoon and a half of pickling spice, and a teaspoon of dill weed. There is also a third of a cup of salt. Now everybody says, "Oh, that's a lot of salt." Well, when you're doing keto, and I use these pickles for my snacks, when you're doing keto, you need a lot of salt because you deplete a lot of magnesium, deplete a lot of your salt. So it's not bad whatsoever. Now also, I have the oven heating up to 400 degrees, and I have my peppers, my red bell peppers in here, some garlic, olive oil, and they're getting ready to go into the oven. And I am starting to cut up the pickles. Now I'll take them pickles and they will get put into the jar. I'll lay down sideways, and then we will put the pickles right into there, put them into the ice box, and listen to me, ice box, into the refrigerator, and they'll get them cool, and probably later on this evening is when I'll put everything together. I'm going to start chopping some stuff up here. As you can see, pickles stuffed into the jar. Now I'll put the lid on these and keep these cold. The colder the better. And it's got the pickling spice on the bottom and garlic. Okay, got that done. I just turned off the ginger, and I'm going to start cutting some stuff up here. Okay, in the oven I have the roasted red peppers going. All right, and then I also have my square cast iron. That's where the mushrooms, onions, and garlic is going to go. And I don't know if you notice on the bottom there, that's my griddle, my flat griddle. I leave it in there because whenever I do put the oven on, I keep that. If I want to sear some more meat, that baby's good and hot to go, and I can just drop it right on there. Mushrooms, onions, and garlic in here. That'll go in that black skillet. And when I'm ready, I will be putting the meat into this alone seasoned and just let that brown up really nice, and then we'll add everything together. Okay, right now preparing my asparagus. Shaving the asparagus down, get that woodiness off of it, and they cook up much nicer. Get in there. Now people ask me, why keto? Why would you go on the keto diet, keto lifestyle? Because it works. It helped me out tremendously. Years back, actually 13 years ago, I was diagnosed with bladder cancer. I was just like devastated with it. That, oh my God, what am I going to do here? You know, right away you hear cancer, and you know the worst runs through your mind, which is naturally okay to do. Maybe gives you a little check on life's balances. Anyway, started treatment for the bladder cancer, and they had to stop the treatment because they told me, guess what? You now have type 2 diabetes. How the hell did that happen? Well, anyway, I guess from some of the treatment there, played hell with my immune system and my liver and pancreas. So back then they didn't know, but I was insulin resistant. I was on a multitude of medications and stuff. Long story short, here I am. This is my second go-around with the ketogenic lifestyle. First time I lost 44 pounds, got weak, and went back to old ways, old habits, donuts, cakes, pizza, bread, all the stuff that's not good for a type 2 diabetic. Now, I try as much as I can to eat whole foods, and I think I do pretty good with it. It actually helped me. Over the Christmas, Thanksgiving holiday, I made some keto-friendly chaffles. Chaffles are fine by themselves, but when I started adding some sugars to them, and monk fruit and that kind of stuff, not regular sugar, but monk fruit and everything, I kind of feel that it played hell with me. My numbers went up. I gained a couple pounds just from that stuff alone. So I kind of feel that it's sort of hidden. Some people can deal with it. I can't. I mean, it played hell with me. So I stay away from it. So I try to eat as clean as I can. I eat one time a day, not because I'm forced to, because I'm just not hungry. If I'm hungry, if I wake up in the morning, I have a cup of coffee with heavy cream in it, and then I don't eat anything until probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's my window of from the last time I ate. That would be my 16 to 18 hour window. Now, do I stick to it? Absolutely not. If I'm hungry, I eat. I'll have a couple eggs, be a protein, some bacon maybe, or whatever. Okay, but I try to stick with that time frame. Like I said, once I started playing around a little bit with the monk fruit and some of the almond flours and that kind of stuff, that's fine for anybody who doesn't have type 2 diabetes like I do. I mean, just eating whole foods, I get away from most of my medications. The cholesterol, I mean, my doctor was mortified with it, how I did it. But for me to go around and try to mimic something else, I can't do it. So my metabolism, I guess, is lower the carb, the better. So I try to stay to 20 carbs a day. I check my blood sugar a couple times a day to make sure everything's okay. I do find one thing, though. I've been drinking a lot more coffee, and I don't know why. But sometimes in the afternoon, I crave a cup of coffee. I feel like Juan Valdez after a while. But the bottom line is, I don't want to deal with anything that's going to throw me off. If I stick to my routine, I have absolutely no cravings, none whatsoever. I don't crave bread, and I'm a big bread guy. I don't crave bread. I don't crave sweets. A couple times I'll look at something and say, oh, you know, I missed that. But overall, I'm fine. So just one meal a day, and I try to cut off everything at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock in the evening is when I'm done. So if I have a snack in between, I will have some lettuce with maybe some sour cream to dip, some olives, handful of olives. I'm a cheese hound also, and I try not to have so much cheese. I notice if I have too much cheese, I'll gain weight. I mean, 1 or 2 pounds throughout that week, but it's just tough to, you know, to deal with it. So anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Ginger is all done. I'll let that simmer now until that cools. That's boiling. I'll let that boil for another 5 to 10 minutes, depending. And then I'll shut that off and let that cool. Getting my cubed tri-tips and ready to go into my baby right here. This was my grandmother's, it was my mother's, and then I got it. So, man, I don't know how old it is, but it's got to be up there. Take good care of it. And I tell you what, it's pretty well seasoned. Great, great, great. I have a bunch of cast iron that I use. I love cooking with it. I like to do my steaks, but I do them outside on the patio. I have a little gas burner, and I use my all my cast irons outside because I can really crank up the heat and let it rip. So, all right, with that said, I'll show you dinner when we're done with it. I got inside the oven, I got the roasted red peppers going. Getting ready to put the pickles up into the refrigerator. Once the solution cools off, there again, we'll be chewing on pickles tomorrow. There are 24 hours it takes from the set, and go from there. Get the pan heating up. Just a little touch of olive oil. See that start to shimmer a little bit, and I'll be adding the meat. I'm gonna brush it around a little bit. Get a nice even coat. I'll try to get most of the water out of the meat because I want this to brown up pretty good. And here we go. What a sound, what a sound. Garlic in the pan. And goes the asparagus. Cook that up slow. I'm going to lower the heat on that. Let that one saute a little bit. I got the beef cooking away. Now, as soon as that beef starts to brown, I will be adding the mushrooms, onions, and garlic to the pan that's in the oven. And let them slow roast in the oven. All right. Oven still at 400. Mushrooms. Gonna go in the pan. Got one stuck on the door here. This is going to be going very, very fast. Asparagus is cooking up nice. Add a little bit of butter to it. It's starting to brown up pretty nice. Looks like dinner's coming together. Now, as soon as this gets a little bit of a crust on it, I'll shut that down and be ready to go. Alrighty. Beautiful beef, mushrooms, onions, and garlic, and asparagus. Sauteed with olive oil, butter, and garlic. We didn't get a chance. The peppers were still a little bit too hot, so we didn't get a chance to peel them. But there it is, dinner.
Here's the definition of delicious: highly pleasant to the taste.